This is a Skull Scuttler. He takes 3 hits to kill. Easy, right? Now multiply his HP by 10 and suddenly he becomes an absolute nightmare. In fact, everything in Silksong becomes hell on earth at 10x HP. Bosses that takes 3 minutes to complete now takes a whopping 30 minutes of concentration. And there are 48 of them. Today, I'm going to beat all bosses in Silksong, explore all 29 zones, and complete the true ending with every enemy having 10x HP. Oh, and I never played this game before, so this will be fun. The game starts us off trapped in a cage. A butterfly frees us, and then we collapse the bridge below, plunging us into the void. Act 1. Bar Loop. We wake up in Moss Grotto, our first zone in the game, where we meet our first enemy, Mossworm. And right away, I can tell this was going to be a long challenge. 18, 19, 20. So I ran past these enemies, stumbling upon this green shiny object. It was a mossberry. I didn't know what it was, but considering the second one was out of reach, this must be a valuable object. So let me tell you a technique I'm going to be using throughout this video. Pogo. It's a simple downward slash on an enemy to infinitely launch yourself upwards. And just like that, I got the berry. Oh my goodness, I'm the GOAT, guys. From there, I encountered a locked door, and just a little up, I met my first boss, the Moss Mother. She was a simple boss with one attack that we can easily jump over. And on her second phase, she started spawning little flies. Unfortunately, because of how these mobs are summoned, they do not have 10x health. But do not worry, as these bosses number less than 5, and the actual hardest boss in the games do not rely on these tricks. Also, I know my camera is blocking the HP bar. My dumbass will realize it after the 4th boss, so you won't miss much. All in all, it took 5 minutes to beat the Moss Mother. And after climbing out, we succumbed to our hunger and got saved by a not-so-kind lady. Hey, stop smacking me! Here, we learned of the people who captured us. Agents of Citadel, the greatest city of the kingdom that everyone wants to join through the pilgrim's journey. And it all starts with the small town of Bone Bottom. This was the base hub for our path of revenge. And past it was the second zone of the game, the Marrow. The way onwards was blocked by a door along with a boy trying to open it up with music. Yeah, keep singing. Surely the gate will open if you keep singing. Little did I know, this was actually how you open doors in the game. Anyways, I tried to find another way, and I was dropped into a battle room, where I fight waves of enemies. Normally, these fights aren't hard, as you can always brute force one enemy to make it a 1v1, but because everyone had 10x HP, I had to master these fights. With the battle completed, we could finally open the door. Hey buddy, you want me to open it for you? No! If she says that her singing opens the door, I'm gonna be pissed. Then we do a bit of platforming, and we met Chakra. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please do not hit me. This was our first problem of the run. Insufficient money. Without a map, it becomes infinitely harder to explore the area without missing branching paths. Luckily, killing enemies isn't the only way to get money. While exploring, these hanging beads will drop rosaries. So we got the map. But we aren't done. We still needed to buy the quill and explore the area to complete it. And while exploring, I might have met the biggest coward of all time. This guy right here keeps spinning and running away. It pissed me off. Yo, these guys, I cannot deal with them. Anyways, I eventually encountered a roadblock with Silk. And this led me to discover our first ability, Silk Spear. And we used it to clear the way forward. Oh, and there was some lore about saving the kingdom, but I ignored it as I was here for revenge. Past the blockage was a druid cooking crack. I wanted in, so she tasked me with finding her 3 moss berries, 2 of which I got earlier, and immediately after, I found a secret room finding another berry stuck in a fly. So I tried asking the fly nicely, and I completed the task, and we received a not so useful charm. But we did explore the top of the moss grotto, and I found this strange symbol, which led me to a trap beast. This is the Bell Beast. He has 2 attacks, a dash and a jump before he goes underground and repeat. So I had to find a way to maximize damage, and I came up with a 3-hit combo. Jump attack, into throw, into hit. It's nothing crazy, but it got me to phase 2, where he started throwing bells around. And in his final phase, bells would fall from the sky. Except, this boss fight was already going on for 7 minutes, and I made a mistake and died. No! But I was able to defeat him on my next try. Let's go! But in the room after, we got to ring a bell. There are 5 of these bells, and we need to ring all 5 to access the Citadel in Act 2. And now it was back to exploring. and I wanted to traverse through the entire left side of the map, which in hindsight wasn't a good idea, as maybe I wasn't supposed to reach this place.
Why?
And at the end of this journey was a locked door. God damn it. But we did get a mass fragment, and if we get 3 more, we get an extra hit point. But I sure as hell wasn't going to run all the way back to leave this place. So I restarted the game to go back to my checkpoint. And the Bell Beast was back.
Don't tell me it's round 2, Bodhi. What is with you? What do you have against me? Oh, so you want to travel now? You piece of shit. After being a fucking boss fight for 20 minutes now, you wanna...
We can now use the beast to fast travel back to the village, scaring this poor dude in the process. Chakra was there to greet us, and we bought a quill and a map. Our next stop was the Marrow, where I got my ass handed to me by this big red dude. He was tough, so I avoided him for now. Anyways, in this time frame, I met the Flea Master, freed a thief, and unlocked a shortcut across the lava. This led us to the deep docks, which means I have to pay for another checkpoint. And another one, except I'm broke. I mean, I could farm for money, but do I really want to do this 15 times in a row? So I continued onwards, and I went into another battle room.
Of course it is. I'm so bad. Nice. Okay, that is real bad.
And I died.
No, I'm so terrible.
And now I have to run all the way back. What the fuck? Hey, you see this fast travel point? Too bad I'm broke. Wait, you can't afford a map? If you're broke, just say so.
Alrighty then, let's just keep moving.
The hardest part of this battle was the slasher and the fly. The slasher will pressure you from the bottom while the fly will catch you off guard if you jump. But eventually I was able to focus down the fly and eventually take down the slasher.
Perfect.
And now we unlock the ability to dash and run, which allows us to unlock this lever for our 3rd boss fight.
Oh, it's a boss fight. Nice. Oh, get shit on. Okay, that's a new move. I'm dead. Fuck. Got hit. Fingers are getting tired. I can dodge those this time. Let's go, baby. 10 times HP is no problemo.
And what is my reward for beating
out
Lace?
my face.
Nothing.
Oh,
She ran away.
Run away now.
But I was able to ring my 2nd bell. 3 more to go. Our 4th zone is Farfield, a vibey place with lots of greenery and relatively harmless plants, with some lava mixed in. But the only problem is that this place is humongous, and without a map, I don't even know where to start. So once again, we need more beads. Which leads me back to this dude. He looks like he holds some good beads. But I'll be honest, this boss was not the play. The thing is, he's not difficult. His attack is a slash, jump, and tunnel. It's just that he does double damage, so it's easy to get comboed to death. And because he's such a big dude with long arms, you get punished for getting greedy. And more often than not, I take 2 hearts of damage for just bumping into him. But like everything with this mod, if you're patient enough, victory will come true.
Oh my god, on 1 HP. Jesus Christ.
And now it's time to reap our rewards.
Hoo-yah. Hoo-yah.
Dun, we got the map. This time we'll start with the bottom right, where we got a quest from a tailor to collect 25 spines from these needle guys. So I hunted him down and got 1 spine. I wasn't about to do this for 25 times, but turns out you can get multiple if you just hit them fast enough. So I made a strategy. Pogo them to the ground and give them the Grand Slam. I did this 3 times, and I turned in the spine cores for the ability to fly. Well, more like float. But it definitely made traveling way more fun. Now the only place to go was up. Whoa, this is our 4th boss, the Golem.
Boss? I did not expect a boss on the way back. Okay.
And what is special about this guy is that he takes forever to kill, because I can only jump attack him.
Okay, this is just gonna be a long boss fight, boys.
Like, I'm not joking. It's been 14 minutes, and this guy is still not going down. So I tried to expedite this pace.
Oh, I pogoed him once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 9 is my bro record.
And at a whopping
Four?
26 minutes,
did
he
it.
finally changed phases.
Oh, it's all that for a second phase is crazy.
I was so bored at this point. I was falling in lava for fun. Anyways, I got him to his final phase and I dropped my big balls on his head.
Wait, that's how I beat the boss. Oh my god. Let's go. Wait, guys. I'm not joking with you guys. I think I've been in that boss fight for 30 whole...
And yes, that number is correct. This boss took 30 minutes. And after this, I did another battleground, dying multiple times only to realize it was just 2 respawning mobs. And then I found another checkpoint in this rundown village. With a much needed rest, it was time to get out of here. Greymore. As always, Chakra is there to
Hi.
meet us in a new area. And in the house next to her was a place full of beads.
Boom. Oh my god. Wait, I'm so smart, guys.
But life was never that easy, and the only way out was another battleground. Phase 1, Big and Small Bird. It's not super hard, but each bird takes 40 hits to kill, with the big bird taking over 100 hits. And he refuses to come down, making things even more frustrating. Phase 2, Two Little Shits, aka Waste of Time. Phase 3, Spear and Small Bird. This is like the slasher and fly situation, but 100 times harder. The spear bird with its dash, fly, and burst, along with the constant harassment of small bird, is just too much.
Like, what am I supposed to do when they're both side by side on top of each other, bro?
And the most frustrating part was grinding for 5 minutes just to get to this point and die again. But I'm a gamer, so after 7 deaths, I beat the spear bird. And now phase 4, 3 small birds. Oh brother, these guys stink! Now time for the final phase. 1 big bird and 1 small bird. And oh my lord, this was the worst level design in video game history. At some point, I started losing hope, so I quit. And got myself a nice haircut. No, but seriously though, this fight might have popped a blood vessel. So consider subscribing so I can do this more in the future. Anyways, I think I found the trick to beat the last phase. Most of the time, I struggle to dodge the 3 knives from the big bird. However, instead of calculating their trajectories, what if I just parry it instead? And after a bit of practicing, I think I got it.
That guy's gonna drop soon, and I didn't parry that. Oh my god, I fucking did it! Holy fuck! Let's fucking go! Nobody has ever mastered that fight like me. I'm the only one in the world that can do that fight perfectly.
With the battleground completed, trampolines appear throughout the land, allowing me to unlock a new power move, Dreadstorm, which will be crucial in these upcoming battles. But for now, we met a bartender, ring our 3rd bell, and continue onwards.
Nice. There we go.
We just unlocked our first crest. Crests are different movesets, with the Reaper crest having slower but wider attacks, emphasizing stability. So what better way to test these moves out than our 5th boss, Morang. Now, something cool about the Reaper is that whenever I heal, my attack spawns orbs, which regenerates my silk, allowing me to spam Dreadstorm and increase my DPS. His first phase has a charge, a claw, and a shuriken. The deadliest of the 3 is the charge, because it is unpredictable.
No, I'm...
As for the second phase, he gets 2 more attacks, both involving throwing shurikens. So 5 attacks, which doesn't seem hard on paper, yet I kept losing my fights. The only problem with long boss fights like this is that I start getting distracted, which leads to mistakes and then rage-inducing deaths, all affecting your ability to play. So after spending 40 minutes dying on this boss, this was the final attempt.
There we go. I wanted him to be on the left side of the screen again. Let's go!
And with that, let's step into our next room. New objective. Free the people of Belheart. And to do that, we shall step into Shellwood. One of my least favorite zones in the game, filled with beehives and flying armadillos. Let me introduce you to some of the natives of this area. The first one is the exploding flowers. Just don't touch them, they do explode. Up next is the shrimp duo. Shrimp A loves to spin and is the more energetic of the two, so give him some space when you play around with him. Shrimp B on the other hand is a lot more tame, so give it a little pet here and there. And up next is our breathtaking bench. For a low cost of 40 rosaries, you too can sit on this bench. And if you're lacking in cash to get a map, talk to our treasurer here. You might be stuck in a 20-minute cutscene with him. That might restart multiple times, but it is what it is. Anyways, with our Shellwood map, we found another mask and parkoured our way up. Meet the Splinter, and he's dead. I wish there was more I could say, but this boss only had one attack. Alright, if you notice so far, the area on this level is plagued by walls with no platform, which is why the next ability we unlock is wall jumping. We use it to climb up and ring our 4th bell. Only one left. And with that, we're back at the start of the game, where we were captured. We could escape, but our path of vengeance has only just started. The path to the Citadel was a desolate place, full of unrelenting guards and worms waiting to shred you apart. This was a hostile environment. Oh my goodness! He has 8,000 HP, which is why he doesn't die. Which is why it's annoying when I can't pay for a checkpoint. And I die again and again, losing all my money.
Oh my god, and I lost the rest of my rosaries. Okay.
I didn't want it to come to this, but it was time to start farming rosaries. Thankfully, using the spike trap, I can get 6 rosaries every 20 seconds. Woo! And with that, we made it back to Blasted Steps. It was time to dissect this area, starting with the Great Conch Block.
Let's go. Oh, I hate that each of them all do 2 damage. What's the point? If every one of them do 2 damage, why do I have so... Oh, like, what's the point of my HP bar? Jesus. Come on. Yes! We got one! Let's go! Uh-oh. Now the other one's enraged. Okay, please don't let me die. Oh.
Past this room was a pinstress who taught me an empowered attack. I'll be honest, this move is pretty useless. Anyways, the path to the Citadel was now clear. It was time to open the door. Wait, we're missing one bell. Oh yeah, the people of Belheart. Whoops. So I went back to Shellwood, entered through an opening on the right and found the mastermind behind all of this. It was game time. Well, that was anticlimactic. Meet the Widow. She has 3 moves: Bell Throwing, Ground Eruption, and Double Dash. All of them can easily be dodged by Jump and a Pogo. The real problem is that her base health is 360 HP. Multiply it by 10 and you get 3,600 health. And each one of my hits only does 5 damage. That means in order to kill this boss, I would need to hit it 720 times. That is a lot. But we can shorten this. So far, I've only been using the Reaper Crest. The range is large, but it has a minus 18% attack speed, so I switched back to the Hunter. In addition, remember the Dreadstorm we got? That does 15 damage, meaning we only need 240 of these. So if we combine these two, we can stagger the Widow every 20 seconds and repeat. So phase 1, complete. Her second phase was only 1 extra move, which shouldn't be hard if I kept my calm, that is.
No, I choked it.
But I never fail a second time.
Let's go! Was that it? Oh, shit.
Phase 3. This time, she did a complete switch up, catching me by surprise.
Oh man, I choked.
My hands were starting to hurt at this point. I did not have the time to analyze her new moves, so I could only believe in my ability to adapt. And I hope for the best.
I just gotta jump over the thing. As long as I do that, that's fine. I can parry what needs to be parried. Like that.
Let's go! Oh my god, stab her in the heart. Fine, bitch. Get the fuck out of my screen! You're dead! We harvested her silk, and we gained the ability to open doors. With that, it was time to ring our last bell. Bell Heart was saved, and in return, they upgraded my sword, so that it does 9 damage instead of 5, almost double. But before going back to the Citadel, I wanted to explore the rest of Act 1 first, starting with this locked door at the beginning of the video. Inside was the ruins of the ancient weavers, and they upgraded my crest to do even more damage. I also found a soul fragment, bringing me up to 6 hearts. My power level has just exploded a multitude of times. I was rich. The world was my oyster. Welcome to the Slab, a massive prison surrounded by Arctic winds. I was defenseless here, so my only options was to use traps to take out the guards. I needed to find the person who captured us and get back my equipment.
Uh-oh, I gotta do a boss fight now. Okay. Boom! Kill him! Oh, Shabar. Okay. No. Alright. Holy fuck. Nice! One down!
And with that, we got the master key.
Fuck you, bro. Fuck you.
And I escaped this
Nice.
place. Well, that was unexpected, but the rest of the exploration should be a breeze. First up was the chapel in Moscodo, where we got the Wanderer's Crest, the highest attack speed in the game. After that was the Marrow, where I found the Skull Tyrant. And I absolutely destroyed this boss with my quick attacks.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 20 hits right. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33.
Killing him in a record time of 7 minutes. And lastly was the Hunter's March, which I forgot to explore after beating the big red guy. And inside was the Savage Beast Fly.
Hello there. I think I'll be going this way now. Goodbye. Just kidding. Who do you think I... Wait, I got hit for too. No, please, please, please. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh no, this is looking terrible.
And he has a deceiving charge where you can't tell if he's going up or down, causing me a lot of deaths.
Oh my god, this guy is so annoying.
And in phase 2, he starts spawning mobs. It was at this point I started getting worried. Dodging both the mobs and the boss was very difficult, but I was able to get rid of them using the boss's attacks. Now it was only a matter of time before he went down.
Let's go! This is such a piece of shit boss, bro.
And with that, I'm ready to finish Act 1. Beyond this door was the Citadel, where we face our final boss of the act, the Last Judge. One of the most notorious bosses in Silksong because it has the longest run back of all time. I spent more time running than fighting in my first 4 attempts against the Last Judge, but by the 5th try I got the hang of it.
He's gonna pull. Nice. Downward attack. Close.
And brought him down to phase 2, where I got rolled instantly. So let me get this straight, I spent a minute trying to run back to the boss room, I then need to spend another 6 minutes in phase 1 because of his large health bar, only to die in 30 seconds trying to learn his moves in phase 2. This piece of shit game. So I took a break. And in the next attempt, I got him to phase 3, where I died to his ultimate move. But you know my saying by now, if I die to it once, I won't die to it again.
I'm not pressured, he is. That's fine. Nice. Let's go, baby! Oh my god. Oh my god. Open the door for me. Open the door!
It was time for Act 2, But that will be in the next video, as this video is getting too long. Anyways, you can support me by following me on Twitch. I stream every day at 7 PM EST. Love you. Bye bye.